Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you ever feel that you don't have much time, but you would like to eat something different, and in this case, I'm going to suggest to you to make a fried rice using kimchi. Now, kimchi is a Korean fermented vegetable, and a lot of time they use Napa cabbage, but quite often kimchi also use daikon cabbage. In fact, I personally like the kimchi with daikon cabbage better. I make my own kimchi, and it's very easy to do. Here's a video I show you how. So in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to use kimchi to make a kimchi fried rice. It takes only about less than 10 minutes to do it, but it's different enough. It will really spice up your meal. And there are two kinds of kimchi. Normally kimchi are made with Napa cabbage. The other type of kimchi that I frequently find is to make with daikon radish. The advantage of the daikon radish is that they have a much firmer texture, which I like it better. And with Napa cabbage, they become soggy. Now, when you make the fried rice, first of all, you want to make sure that the radish are cut into the size that will fit into the fried rice, because this will make the culinary experience better if they are about the same size. So the first thing that I did is that I cut it up into the size that I think it will be suitable for fitting into the fried rice. When I look into the refrigerator, I find some scallion, which actually has been around for a little bit. And I also find some bell pepper. Now this bell pepper that I was cut up for another dish. So I decided I'm going to put them all together to make this fried rice. My go-to wok every day is my stainless steel wok. This is a Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I like it better because it allows me to keep it spotless. And I'm the type of person, I much prefer my cookware clean. Also, the stainless steel wok will not rust. And I can create a non-stick cook surface on the stainless steel wok each time before I start to cook. I use my spot seasoning method. And this method works really well because the eggs will not stick to the surface of the wok. All you have to do is to heat up the cooking oil until it starts to smoke gently, and you let it to smoke for about 15 seconds, and this is the time when the wok is being seasoned. As you can see here, I'm going to use 6 eggs to cook this fried rice. These eggs are relatively small, and I'm going to season the egg using my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix is intended to enhance the umami flavor of the eggs, and I have them available on Amazon, and you can give them a try. This seasoning mix is intended to create a balanced flavor in a dish rather than overwhelming it, and because of this, you can use it in almost any type of situation. And the egg does not stick to the surface of the wok. That is really important. I'm going to use about 2½ cups of rice to cook this dish. And the rice that I'm going to use is basmati rice. There are many different kinds of rice that I normally have it in my refrigerator. I have jasmine rice, basmati rice, and sometimes I also have some short-grained wild rice. And rice has really excellent shelf life. Once I cook them, I can store them in the refrigerator for up to about 2 weeks. And having different kind of rice will allow me to use them in different type of dishes. To pick up the rice, I use a little tool called a hamburger meat masher. It works really well. Now, basmati rice turn out to be great for fried rice because they have very long kernels, and this makes them a very dry and have low moisture, and which make them great for making fried rice. Daikon kimchi is the next ingredients to go into the wok. Now, you probably experience that at times your fried rice is soggy rather than crisp. This is because normally you have too much moisture in the ingredients that you add to the wok. And for me to prevent that from happening, I dry the daikon kimchi as much as possible before I add it to the wok. Next, I add a mixture of garlic as well as ginger that are chopped and blend together. Now, this will create balance in the dish. And one of the benefits of stir frying is that you can layer flavor on top of each other. And by adding them at different time points, you can adjust what the flavor is going to be like. The flavor will be strongest if you add them later during the cooking process. Furthermore, you can easily adjust the texture of the ingredients. For ingredients you like to have some more crispy texture, you add them toward the later part. And that's exactly what I do with the bell pepper. By adding them later, I will maintain the crispy texture of the bell pepper. Another great advantage of stir frying is that you can make flavor adjustment on the fly. In here, I add some salt to enhance the saltiness of this dish. In fact, you can constantly adjust the flavor until the time when you're ready to serve the dish. The last food ingredients that I'm going to add to the wok is the scallions. The scallions actually act like a garnish. And the reason for that is that by adding them at a later time point, first of all, the flavor will be more intense, as I have mentioned earlier. And secondly, the color will be also more vibrant. The total cook time of this fried rice is only about 6 to 7 minutes. Now, as you can see, the structure of this fried rice is based on layering. As I have mentioned earlier, different ingredients go into the wok at different times. In this particular dish, the egg go in first because the egg takes a longer time to cook. And then the rice, and the rice will then coated by the egg. Next go in is the daikon kimchi. The daikon kimchi will add a distinct flavor to the fried rice. Now, to balance the sourness of the daikon kimchi, I add the garlic and ginger mixture. In stir frying, layering plays a very important role because by adding different ingredients at different time points, you basically layer flavor right on top of each other. The one at a later point usually will carry stronger flavor, although that is not always the case. And by reversing the order of the different layers that you use to create a flavor, you can dramatically change the flavor of the fried rice. Stir frying might seem to be a very simple technique, but it provides you a lot of flexibility. Now here is another example of how layering can play an important role. In here I add the scallion, which is the stem portion of the scallion. This scallion has the strongest flavor. So consequently, by adding it toward the end, they will really stand out. I really enjoy stir frying, and many people told me the same, is that when you do stir frying, you're constantly involved, you're thinking. You're trying to figure out how you want to achieve the flavor that you want. And by using different strategy of how to add different ingredients at certain time, how long you want to cook them, you can greatly affect the outcome of the dish. And furthermore, stir frying is an interactive cooking process because you constantly will adjust with the flavor of the dish by adding different type of seasoning agent. The end result is that it gives you a lot of flexibilities. You can truly control how the dish that you want it to be like. And this kimchi fried rice might seem to be very simple, but there's a lot of nuances in it, and by understanding them, you will make a much better stir frying cook. I post a video each day using my fast cooking system to help you to make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.